can't have a show without an audience, so we're so glad you are here sharing yourselves with us. We also can't have a show without our next comedian who produced this whole party we're having tonight. She performs all over Los Angeles. She's funny, she's fantastic, she's kind. Let her hear it. Give it up for Margaret Hyde!
Disappointed he hasn't shown me those pictures yet, though. You've been holding out, Chris. I've lived in Santa Monica forever, it seems like, and most of you know I'm a surfer. And I love surfing because I really think it's the ultimate equalizer. No matter who you are or where you're from or what you do, all of us look homeless after we get out of the water. Yeah. And, we have like dreadlocks, mermaid hair, we're sunburned, we're starved, we're still in our pajamas because we got up at 5:30 in the morning. And, that's why last summer, I met this really hot guy surfing, and he actually asked me out, even though I looked homeless. I was thrilled. Then he rolled up to my house in his VW van, and as I was getting in, he was like, "Please remove your shoes before you get in my home." Yeah, and he broke up with me. But don't worry about him. He has a successful kombucha company now. And I'm still single. Welcome to the West Side, baby. But as you guys know, most of you know, I'm a single mom. And you know what's hard about being a parent? You have to pretend to enjoy all those things your kids enjoy. Moms, you hear me, right? Like kids' birthday parties, play dates, their father. I do surprisingly well on dating apps at first. I think it's because my profile says that I don't want kids. And then they find out it's because I have 4. Yeah, I know 4 sounds like a lot, and it is, but I love being a mom. You know what they say about having kids? It's a lot like making pancakes. The first one's kind of fucked up. Probably should have thrown it away. They also say don't let your oldest daughter hear that joke, sorry. But I also think it's more like eating pancakes. You always regret having your 4th one. I also say don't let your youngest daughter hear that joke. Nobody tell, please. But being a parent is humbling. I learned so much the first time my teenage daughter yelled at me, "You're ruining my life!" I learned apparently you're not supposed to yell it back. A lot of therapy. Okay. So I've been married twice. Did you know you could actually get worse at something? But I'm kind of, even though I've done it twice, I still don't understand why we spend so much time and energy on one day. A wedding day, so much money. I think people would be better off, saving for a house, saving for a vacation, saving for a divorce attorney. Sorry to y'all, you engaged people. You might not want to listen to this. Earmuffs or something. But then I thought, well, maybe a wedding is the only way to get guys to commit. Lure them in with a big party, And I was like, if there was a commercial for marriage, maybe it would go something like this. "Hey guys, you want your girlfriend's dad to stop hating you? Want to go to a strip club without pissing off your lady? Want to legitimize that toddler you already have? Then marriage, it might be for you. Side effects may include relationship breaks, tax breaks, yelling, screaming, fighting, bankruptcy, and divorce. And if you're pregnant and nursing, please consult your doctor to make sure he's single." A lot of my girlfriends and I will talk about the divorce diet, right, Stacey? Yeah. When one of us gets divorced, we lose 10 pounds, we look and feel so much better. I don't think the same is true for guys. After a divorce, they look so sad. And I think it's because they don't have the same emotional support from their male friends that we women do. I can't see guys sitting around being like, "Bro, she was totally dimming your light." Let's go on a cleanse and do a pole dancing class. Dude, it is so empowering. But seriously, you know, both of my marriages lasted almost 10 years. And when you're with someone for a long time, I mean, you get used to how that partner made you feel. I mean, even after my ex moved out, I still felt totally alone. It's interesting, when you fall in love, what do you guys think? We all have on kind of rose-colored glasses, right? But it's interesting, you know, sometimes the things that attract us to a person in the beginning are the things that push us away in the end. When I met my husband, you know, I thought he was tall, dark, and brooding. Turned out he was just tall, dark, and bipolar. Don't tell on me. All right. I think he had a similar experience, you know, to be fair. I mean, I think he thought I was fun, spiritual, and sexy, and it just kind of turned out I was fun, spiritual, and sleeping with his friends. But, you know, being with someone bipolar is kind of like being on a roller coaster sometimes. Except that roller coaster doesn't fuck you. So part of his mental illness was an obsession with conspiracy theories. And he really believed some crazy shit. I mean, he believed the moon was a Death Star, that there was a base of an underground base for Nazis under the ice in Antarctica, and that reptilian aliens were running the landmark theaters. That's fucking ridiculous. It has to be the arc light. Hello? Don't. But it's hard when you've had a child with someone who has a mental illness. There's a chance maybe they have that gene. And I think it's really important to be careful about how you talk to your kids about those things. So that's why I'm always like to my daughter, I'm like, honey, I'm taking you to see this therapist, and it has nothing to do with you. It's just because mommy loves fucking crazy people. So as I said, you know, I've been on the dating apps, and I was married most of my adult life, so I was really surprised by all the unsolicited dick pics. I mean, they don't turn me on, but they do cheer me up. Yeah, we collect them too, you know that. But I've seen some really creative ones. I have seen dicks photographed next to wine bottles and salad tongs. But by far my favorite was a dick photographed next to a bottle of Lysol. Yeah. Ooh, big and clean. But you know, guys have a lot of audacity these days. They'll ask you to send them just about anything. And you do, because if you don't, they'll find somebody who will. I mean, it starts with an innocent selfie and ends with a clip pic in your social security number. So I have a lot of older kids, and you know, but none of my kids' friends had ever hit on me or anything. But the other day I was in my kitchen, like bending over, putting some dishes away, and a kid who's like my adopted son, who I've known for 15 years, came up behind me and asked me to fuck him.
Yeah!
Yeah.
Stacy's mom.
I was shocked. I was shocked it took him so long to try. So I'm on the wrong side of 30 and 40. And when you get to be my age, you get a lot of backhanded compliments, right, ladies? Guys will say to me, "You look so hot for your age." I think most women would be pissed, but I'm not. You know, I'm from the South, and I know a backhanded compliment when I hear it. I mean, it just makes me feel right at home. When I still lived in Memphis, I'd be at the grocery store at like 11 a.m., and a dear friend would come up and be like, "Oh, Margaret Sugar, it's so glad to see you. You're up so early for a drunk." I let it roll off my shoulders. And then I'd fuck her husband. But seriously, I wish I didn't take backhanded compliments to heart. I think that's the difference between men and women. I mean, men hear what they want to hear, and women, we're just not like that. I mean, a woman will say, sorry, you guys. I'm lost. Men hear what they want to hear was the moral of that story. So you'll say to a guy, I don't want to see you anymore. And he'll be like, so maybe next week? And a guy will say to a woman, you're pretty, and she'll be like, so I'm not beautiful? But you want to know the secret? Guys, the best pickup line for a woman over 40? Can I see your ID? Yeah, that's how I ended up dating 6 cashiers from Trader Joe's. So, back to the dating apps. I think the thing that upsets me the most is they've turned people into the equivalent of fast food. They're not healthy for you, but they're hot and available right now. Yeah. This one guy I dated was just like Chick-fil-A. Warm, delicious, but my gay friends were not having it. Yeah. Another guy, was a foot long, but kind of weird with my kid. Yeah. And the last guy, he was really, truly a happy meal. He left a smile on my face, but the toy was the best part. Thank you, guys. I'm gonna go home